Hey, welcome to the channel. This is my 2000 BMW Z3 that I bought with the intent to flip and make a few bucks. It does need some repairs. Unfortunately, one of the repairs is wiring. So today we're going to try to diagnose this wiring and repair it, get the car running good again. Did I buy a car that needs too much repair? Am I going to be able to successfully flip this and make some money? Well, let's watch and see. By the time you put the parts in it and everything, if someone else bought this car for $1,000, put the stuff I'm going to put into it and took it to a shop to have the repairs done, I think the price is going to be right around what I'm going to ask for it. So which is all gonna, it's not completely set in stone yet. I have a number in mind. I kind of like it. I kind of want to keep it, but I can't keep everything. I did that with bikes. I tried to buy and sell old mountain bikes, and now I just have like 14 old mountain bikes because they're all so cool and I don't want to get rid of them. But I'm not going to do that with cars. I swear to God, I'm not keeping this one. It's really nice though. I've actually got my eye on an M Roadster, but we have to get rid of some other stuff first. So sit back. I'm going to start looking at this and hoping to find a smoking gun right now and be something obvious with the ground. I don't think it's gonna be that easy, unfortunately. But let's start. We'll start getting this cover off, and we'll just take the harness apart a little bit. I'd like to get it running better before I put too much money into it. Let's go. All right, so let's see. We've got some screws here holding the ECU cover on. Oh, that one was kind of loose. Somebody's been here. Tell you what, one thing I don't miss about these lower cars is bending over to work on them, especially as I'm getting old and everything's broken. I've already had 2 back surgeries, you know. I don't want a third one. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up with one at some point, but I don't want it. That makes sense, right? Although I think we're going for a hip next. My wife doesn't want to listen to that. I think this gasket's in the way. Let's pull this out of the way. So this is the engine harness here. I don't know what I'm looking for. Not gonna lie, I really have no idea. But I know that dealer tech had talked about a ground wire issue. So I'm just gonna look around and see what I see. Looking for something obvious. Now, on these German cars, at least BMWs, black is not ground. Brown is ground. What is down there? Okay. There's something going on down here. Let me bring the camera down here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right down here. First there's that real thin wire, which I don't know what it's doing. But look at that brown wire, which would be a ground. It looks like it's got some melting going on. So let me take a little closer look at that, and we'll see if maybe we get lucky here. Well, something doesn't look right here. Under this connector, under this pink connector, or orange, there is some crazy wiring going on. There's some soldering. Does not look factory. Let me see if I can get in there a little better and see if we can't figure out what is going on down there. Looks like there's been an issue and somebody tried to fix it and didn't. Alright, so there's like this bare wire, bare ground, that's held together with some real crappy boogers, and it goes down here somewhere. That, I'm gonna say that's my smoking gun, and I'm gonna do a lot better than that horrible repair. I wonder when that happened. It's probably been like this for a long time, and this is probably the reason they had such bad drivability problems with it. This might be a simple one, and I'll be real happy if it is. So I need to get down here. So I'm going to take all this mess out. Disconnect the battery, of course. And here's the ECU. Everything just wants to pull out, but we can't just pull it all out just like that. I took some pictures ahead of time, so I have an idea. I mean, this stuff should pretty much, you know, you should kind of know where it goes. Pretty simple, but rather safe than sorry. Let's see if we can pull this out. Oh, here you go. RCPL Pinnacle. I don't know. I don't feel like that's factory. Oh, wait, what's this? BAV. So this has been rebuilt or something. So that looks to me like a tag from somebody who rebuilt it. Anybody who knows, I've heard of BavLogic? BavLogic.com. I'm gonna have to look that one up. For anybody who likes wiring, God bless you. This is not even that bad, and it's a nightmare to me. But I'm happy because I think I might be able to fix whatever this problem is. They changed that throttle body at 50,000 miles ago. If you look at it, it looks new. Like, I think they changed it again, and I think they may have just needed. I can get a used harness for like 150 bucks, but I might be able to repair this one too. I'm gonna do whatever makes the most sense. Like I said, I mean, whoever ends up with this car, I think is gonna end up with a sweet car. I'm not keeping it. I swear I'm not keeping it, even though I want to. Let's try to get all this out of the way. There is wires down here that I just want to get to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to without digging out so much stuff. So much stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. This doesn't even look real, whatever this is. There's like a little fuse box here. I guess they all look good. It's like the secret hidden fuse box. I'm starting to really think I see a lot of connections down there. Not factory looking. I'm really starting to think I might just bite the bullet and buy that used harness. It might be worth its weight in gold, especially for somebody who's not that great with electrical. Oh God, what am I doing? A little worried right now. Why didn't they just put a harness in this thing? Even a factory harness is not that much money compared to the other stuff they've put in it. So, but look at this mess. Holy, oh my God. Wow. I mean, like I said, I'm not good at electric, but this don't look great. Oh, and what's this all about? This is my favorite one. It's like, hi, I'm just like Mr. Thin Ground with no cover that just goes into oblivion. This is beautiful. While I might be able to repair this, I think replacing it might be the better bet. Like I said, I want this to be like a quality repair that is not going to be a problem down the road. Like, I want to sell a nice car when I sell it. And for 150 bucks, or maybe I can find one a little bit less. All right, I'm gonna go hunting for a harness, and in the meantime, I don't know, go get some popcorn or something, maybe another beer. Ooh, that sounds good, a beer. I called this BavLogic. They say this is basically like a rebuilt ECU. The main boards tend to go bad on these, so it's not high performance or anything like that, which I don't think it was, not by driving it. But that's nice to know that it's been updated or repaired, so that's good to go. Oh yeah, so remember before how I was saying BMWs get a bad name with wiring issues? That let's just forget I said that. We have wiring issues, but I think they're gonna be pretty easy to fix, so that's exciting. Once I get this all together where I don't have to worry about it stalling out and overheat and all that, it's gonna be a pretty sweet little car. Yeah, never any wiring issues, I swear. So what I did here looks way worse than it is. There are well, at least two harnesses that come into the ECU box, two major harnesses, right? There's one from the engine, and then there's also a second one I'm finding for the transmission. Even though it's a manual, it's got its own harness, but from the looks of things, it's going to be controlling a few more things in the transmission. So here, let me show you what I found. This is what I was showing you before. That is not the way it came from the factory. So the harness is going to go down here, and I'm assuming connect to the transmission and somewhere else. Instead of going through and doing that correctly, it looks like they just took another harness and spliced it in. I don't know the reasoning that they did it, because it makes no sense, because the stuff on this side of the harness wasn't good. So who knows, you know, that's part of the beauty of buying these old cars and working on them, is you don't know what the people did before. And like in this case, this was a original family car, you know, seemed like it went to the dealer for everything, and good independent shop. That wasn't done by the dealer or a good independent shop. So what I wanted to do was get these harnesses separate. So that's the transmission harness mess, and this over here is the engine harness. So I wanted to separate them to make sure there was no damage to the engine harness. I'm gonna go ahead and order up a used trans harness, but I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna put it back to the way it's supposed to be with a good used harness, and hopefully that'll take care of the drivability issue with the with that light and the fail-safe mode that it goes in. It doesn't want to rev like I was showing you, and you know, it's definitely throwing about 4 codes because of this issue. So hopefully once we put the harness in, we'll know it's right because we won't get any more codes. All right, got the new harness. I got it on eBay. Harness looks great. I mean, everything's just disassembled. There's nothing cut, no BS. They did a nice job taking this apart. And let me show you what I figured out, because I was wrong. I know, it happens, about somebody cutting and trying to splice a new harness, like 2 harnesses together. Let me just show you, because this harness is just a better version of that harness. I mean, that's really all we can ask for, right? So, yeah, let me show you the differences. Okay, you remember this spaghetti mess with the wires that are melted, burned together. This one, no sheathing at all. It can't be good. I had found some paperwork saying there was ground issues with the harness. You think? Enter the new harness. Everything is taped up neatly. All these same wires, the browns for the ground and the reds with the white stripe, are all wrapped up in here. This was done at the factory. These must have been original. Like I said, these look professional. Like it doesn't look like something somebody hacked together. But it just the extra 30 miles of wire, I don't get it. But that's how they did it. So my best guess is this harness had a problem. They knew it was a ground issue. They ripped it all apart so things weren't touching. I'm hoping this fixes my issue of going into the fail-safe mode where it barely revs and you can't drive the car. It might not, but I mean, come on. It's gotta fix something, right? Don't mind any of that. This side is all gonna plug in the box where the ECU was, and then this side, I don't know where these go yet, but we've got, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to break them yet. 7 plugs. That's not too bad. 2 of them here, I believe, are for the O2 sensor, right down here and here, and I'm sure the other ones aren't too far away. So my hope is I don't have to jack the car up and get under it, because it's like 32 degrees in my garage, and there's like, it's not well organized in here. This is why I don't really do much in here. It'll be a pain. Let's start by taking the beauty cover off. Beauty cover sounds like a good name, right? And just kind of see where this harness goes, and try to see if we can find all the connections. Then we'll start plugging in the new one. All right, I'm gonna try to work with gloves on, but these ones especially are like the real warm ones. These are nice, actually. If you ever need anything, look how warm and fuzzy they are inside. Yeah, they're from Harbor Freight. They're like $8. But the problem is they give you sausage fingers and you can't do anything. So first, let's get this beauty cover off. Probably leave it off because we got some other stuff to do. Let's see if I cannot break these clips. Ugh. Well, I didn't break it, at least. I usually break them, so that's good. Wow. In the winter, in the cold, I didn't break either of them. I must be getting good at this. I've worked on a few of these in the past, or at least these engines. This is my first actual Z3. Now, these studs like to break, so that's fun. This one should be fine. The nut will come off the stud without a problem. See? But this guy back here, I'm not feeling so good about it. I probably should spray something on it. Okay. Oh, look at that fun. For you guys that like carburetors, you may want to fast forward. Now, where does it go from here? There's another spin. Okay, so my hope that the wires would be easily reachable and just kind of stay on this side of the engine were probably as strong to happen as my hope that my garage with no insulation would somehow stay above freezing. So anyway, let me show you what's going on with this harness. Hopefully, it looks like I'm gonna probably have to jack the car up, but I kind of expected that. I mean, it's called a transmission wire harness. Makes you think it might attach to the transmission, and as you know, the transmission is like, it's like up, like under there. Let's see. We can see the bell housing kind of if you squint. All right. So the harness. This is the engine harness. Hopefully that's fine. Transmission harness, as you see, goes way down yonder. And there it is there. Now, if you can see it, it goes way down there. 2 wires are coming back, but there's a whole bunch that are going up under here. So I'm going to take this cover off, this other beauty cover, and see if hopefully that's some of the wires. What did we say? There was like 7 to go with. So this is at least 2 coming back. I believe we're talking about these, I believe they're the ones that end up going to the O2 sensors. So I'm going to go ahead and take this other cover off. Gives me a chance to break those clips, because I mean I haven't broken any yet. That's weird. So just like before, take these clips off. Well, this one might have been broken already. Oh yeah, I didn't break that one. That one was already broke. If you've gone through life, you're like me, you're in your 40s. Let's say you're not like me. So let's say you're in your late 40s and you don't have any back pain yet, and you really like are jealous. You're like, man, I really wish I could experience some back pain, and I want to be like Jeff and maybe have a couple back surgeries while we're at it. Buy a BMW or another like low car. I mean, I'm short. I'm already pretty low to the ground, and this sucks. I'm actually thinking about just putting the car up on jack stands, because it's going to need to be on them anyway, just so it's higher up. It's weird, because I'm working on like the Xterra, and everything's too high. It's like, you know, I'm too short. I got to get ladders and step stools and all that. So my back's going to hurt later. I'm going to have to put some kind of medication on it, like beer. Another piece of useless plastic has now been removed. This is like where BMW wants you to store your spare acorns. That's where they belong, right here. This is a great place to keep them. These wires here, I think they might be these wires. They really look like it. So I'm gonna play with the harness and we're gonna see where we're at. So this is kind of like that part of the repair where I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just taking stuff apart, figuring it out, and that, which is, you know, all kidding aside, that's fine. Just don't damage anything. You can always put things back together. You know, sometimes, I'm sure you guys have been there. You take things apart you don't need to, and you lengthen your job by like 3 hours, and you hate it. But you know what? Still cheaper than paying somebody, and it's more fun. Like, there's the money part of this, right? But like, I'm having fun doing this. I know that's probably crazy. So I think these two are the harness. They are. So I'm gonna work on getting these out. Just got a couple clips here. It's the beauty of having the new one. I mean, look, you've got red, brown, yellow, and black. You've got red, brown, yellow, and black. So this appears to be this one, and this one appears to be that one. All right, so I got this one unplugged pretty easily. They pop out of this clip, pull apart, pretty simple. You'll see on this one, you just pull it apart. All the wires, you know, go through it. You know what? One thing I did, and you should do too, is you just take a picture before you start, so you know how everything goes back together. It's always smart. This is not the harness we're replacing. This stays. This stays. We gotta get these out of here. So these two right here, and there they go. They're going under here. Looks like through that stupid plate. Oh, I hate you. The other three. There's two, one, two on this one branch. 3. These go over the other side of the transmission. Yay! It might be easier to go from the bottom. I can't wait to lift this car up in 30-degree weather out here. Pretty excited to get this harness changed because I suck at wiring, and all right, it's pretty like it's obvious. Like, I think anybody that looked at that can be like, hey, there's something wrong here. But I'm doing it. I'm excited that I think I may have figured out the problem, and like, you know, like sometimes there's electrical problems and there's a short in the harness and you can't see it. I could see this. I mean, anybody can see this. Ray Charles can see this. So it's exciting when you find a smoking gun, is I guess what is what I'm saying. It's obvious. There's definitely something wrong. Even if it doesn't fix the problem I'm trying to fix, gotta fix something. I mean, look at it. Let's look again. So bad. So bad. So, all right. Well, let me work on trying to jack this up. Maybe we can get this new harness in today. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, you're not gonna know. It's because it's not like I'm not gonna leave the camera on all night while I go up to my bed and sleep. So it's gonna all seem like it happens in 30 minutes for you guys, no matter what. I'm rambling on, and there's not even fumes in here. Maybe the cold's getting to me. Maybe there's fumes I don't realize. Anyhow. Alright, so you'll see even my super ultra long, ultra short jack is not high enough. So what we got to do to just make it more fun is jack it up from one side, from where you're going to end up putting the jack stands. Then it'll be tall enough off the ground that I can get the jack underneath. We'll jack it up in the middle, and we'll put jack stands on the other spots. All right, let's go under there. Let's see if we can figure anything out. No fancy lifts here. I would never have a lift. That would suck so much. That looks like a new caliper. That does not look like a new caliper. This, I believe, is the one wire. Oh, right here, that's definitely one of them, right? So we're gonna need to unclip that guy and send him up north. If my light will stay, that'd be cool. Okay. So a lot of these are gonna be these push pin connectors. The gloves aren't gonna work here. I probably should have brought something to help pull them off, like a screwdriver. All right, so that's probably like the reverse switch. So the other ones, 2 wires that come down, one has 2 connectors, one branches off. So I have a feeling that that's the second wire though, coming down right here, because it does look like it branches off. There's like a T fitting. One goes here, and then one goes somewhere else under this. Sorry, we had a flashlight issue, but this is the one here. Unplugged it, and the other one goes back here. Is this connector? So pull this off. All right, I just push this in. There we go. This has got a zip tie here, and then we're gonna feed it up under. All right, just about got it out. Here we go. All right, this is the harness that is going down to the transmission. Oh yeah, got both of those out. All right, so here you go. All right, let's see if we take it out of the box here. Boy, that wasn't pretty. Here we go. Got the old harness out. Now we got to replace it with this new one. There's the new harness, and that's the old harness. Old, new. I mean, there's no bare wires on the new one, so I think that's gonna be a plus. Now these sides, no big deal, but yeah. So we just need to go ahead and get the new one in. Oh boy, it's cold. All right, we're gonna get out here to the garage, and there's the Corvette. Try to see if we can get this harness back in, because if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget how it came out. So, freezing or not, it's the time to do it. So let's get going. You know we're gonna need this, because this is the only way. This is the best way to run wires, I found. So, all right, so it's time to start trying to put the new harness in. I got too cold last night. You can see by the sun. It's daytime again. It's still really cold. But what we've got is we've got the new harness now, and we're gonna need to run it through. If you remember, these 3 wires that are in the sheathing, they need to go down to the transmission area. One to the transmission. Only one wire on this transmission harness goes to the transmission. Go to the O2 sensors, it goes to the fuel system, it goes... I think it needs a new name. I don't know what that name is, but it needs a new name, because transmission harness really, it's kind of misleading. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get working on that, and hopefully this won't be too bad, because it's already really cold, and I want to go back inside. All right, so first things first, we just need to get the routing of all these wires, because it's going to come through this hole in the side of this box here. So, simple things first, right? Going to be going under this ground wire that I didn't want to remove, because I have found when you remove things you don't need to remove, that's when they break. We're going to run the wires down to the motor and transmission before we try to hook up anything else. So, if you remember, we have to go around the back of the engine where you really can't see. That's where this comes in handy. So I put the wire in the end, and I can poke them through places. It's worked really well doing the stereo and the vet and some other things. This goes to the corner down here. We don't get crazy yet, but oh, this is so much fun. Pretty sure this is it. And then this one would go in here. I don't know, I may have done something wrong. No, that looks right. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready, working on getting the wires ready so we can stab them in the other side. We're gonna start with these ones here for the O2 sensors. My goal is to put everything back the way it came and doesn't look like anybody's messed with it, right? Because that's always the best way. All right, that one's plugged in. Thankfully, these things only go in one way, and I can't screw that up, I don't think. There we go. What we want to do is get them in this little harness the right way too. These, that's right. See, this is the thing. I'm already forgetting how this went together, and it's the next morning. Imagine if I waited till next weekend. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I'm old, and I forget things. I mean, I didn't remember things when I was younger. All right, so got the wires in. This one just needs to be... It's a good thing you guys were here. This one popped out. Just pop that back in. There we go. That's 1/3 of the wires. Now I'm gonna work on these. Let's get this one together. All right, and let's get this one together. I'm really excited to start this thing. Well, hopefully start this thing and have it not have any lights or stumbling or anything like that. All right. So now we got to work on getting the other 3 wires that go down. I also realized this little thing is broken, so I'm going to have to order a new one. Just holds the harness in place in the corner. Actually, isn't even all that necessary, but like I said, I'd like to put everything back the way it came. And also we are 29.6 and still falling. Okay, so this wire has to go down there. So one thing I've always found to work is you take this little, you know, flexible grabber thing and you hook it onto something. I'm going to try to hook it onto the clip here, and you use that to feed down. So let's go ahead and stick the wire down here. And if you need to, you can zip tie something a little more straight to this thing. But as you see, where's my little light? You can't see, but you can kind of guide it the way you want it to go, and then hopefully plug it in where it needs to go. Here we go. So now the wire is what I believe it needs to be. These connectors all look in good shape, which is nice because I actually broke one on the old harness. Whoopsie. And because I'm a hoarder, I won't be just throwing away the old harness. I'll be cutting all the good ends off and putting them away for when I never ever need them again, because that's what I do. Alright, let's see here. Just as long as it's in a nice, run a nice way. Zip tie it up if you have to. I'm going to put a couple zip ties just to keep everything neat. But, you know, no rubbing, anything like that. You should be okay. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to run a harness. You can quote me on that. Alright, so a little better view of what we're dealing with down here. This little pump thing here, right by the fuel filter. Let's see how we did with these plugs. So, my little process worked. Look at that, huh? Here they are, right where I needed them. This one, hopefully, will pull down the other. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. This harness, this part of the harness, this plug, you're going to want it underneath. It just flows better that way. So, there we go. Now this goes up here. I'm so excited because we might get to start this thing. Let's see if I can do it with my other hand. Let's see. So this plug's got to go this way. There's a little notch. These should just pop right on. I did make sure they were all clean before I put them on. All right, that one's good. Now, these ones. These are a little different. They got the one's gonna go right about here where I have my flashlight, and the other one comes back to here. Let's get this on the right side of the everything. So we're gonna want this up here. See, this is why you gotta take breaks sometimes. I'm having such an easier time putting it in than I was taking it out. I just needed a break yesterday. Now, this plug, if I remember, see, I already forget where the plugs are. Like, it was right here, wasn't it? Do you guys remember? This one I know. Here, let's do this one first. This is gonna go this way. There we go. That one's on. Now this one. Where the heck is it? Oh, the plug's right back here. I just couldn't see it. It's on the opposite side. And there we go. So we're just gonna go ahead and get these wires. I'm gonna put some zip ties on, and we are all set. It should run now. Well, we'll see. it. I think it's all back together. Everything looks pretty neat for wiring. Took me a little bit of time just to get it back the way everything was routed, but everything looks good. I got the zip ties. I gotta just tighten up those zip ties, and we are set. Everything looks good to go. I gotta say, the pictures I took before I took it all apart, like, were godsend. I wouldn't have gotten this all back together otherwise. So definitely a smart move if you're doing anything like this. Take some pictures of how it's together. I can't, you know, everything's actually like perfectly back where it needs to be too. Everything's snapped into place, nothing's out of place. All the wires run exactly the same way. All right, well, I guess now we're gonna, before I button and put the covers back on and everything, I think I'm going to see if it will start and run without any codes. Let's check it out. All right. Okay. All right. Still got lots of lights on. Still got this EML light on. Maybe we need to clear the codes, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, what do we do? Let's see what codes we've got. I would think the codes would have cleared, so I'm not feeling that great about this right now. All these lights are still on. That EML is really what we were after. So I don't know. And it won't rev very high. See, it's running rough. Something else maybe. Codes found 3. Yes, it's a BMW. Oh, my hands are so cold. Internal control module memory check. Pedal position sensor. Map cooling. We know the thermostat, that because it needs a thermostat. Alright, so maybe we need to do a relearn. Let's do this. Let's delete all the codes. Alright. Let's see if it... Okay, so the check engine light went off. That's staying off. Alright, let's try a throttle relearn. See if you can read that. Turn the ignition to key position 2. On but engine off. Press the gas pedal to the floor and hold for 30 to 60 seconds. Turn the key off, release the pedal, and wait 2 minutes to allow the ECU to reset. This ECU has been pretty reset, so alright. Oh, the EML light's not there right now, but we're still gonna go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 27, 28, 29, 30. So turn the key to off, release pedal, and wait 2 minutes to allow ECU to reset. So off, release the pedal. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright, 2 minutes has passed. There we go. Okay. There are no lights on. Even the traction control light is off. This could be good. Let's see if it'll rev past 2. Alright. Well, that's exciting. So now the only light I have is the airbag light. We'll take care of that in another instance. As I'm freezing in here, my hands, I can not really feel them. I did it. I'm very excited. I mean, I knew that wire harness was a problem for something. I just wasn't 100% sure it was going to fix my problem. As of now, as I'm looking past the camera at the dash to make sure the lights don't come back on, it is running good. This is amazing, because that was an issue I wasn't sure I was going to be able to fix it. So, you know, I didn't think this part was going to be a video on its own, but I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to just make this wire harness replacement a video. Thanks for sticking in and watching on this one. For those of you guys that stuck all the way through, I can actually see the screen on the GoPro fogging up because it's so cold. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. So hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys that stuck into the end. I think it's worth it. Car's running great now. Changed that harness. This is something I was a little afraid to do, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, the weather made it bad. If it was a nice day, I had it outside, it probably would have been a lot easier. But it wasn't all that hard in the end. Take your time and just don't try to rush it, really, is what it comes down to. This kind of stuff just takes time, and take pictures so you can know how everything goes together. So hey, thanks again. If you don't mind, give me a follow. You'll see more videos on this car, because this car is not done. It still has a couple issues we got to take care of before I move on to the next one. And you know, if you like the video, give me a like, drop a comment, good or bad. I like to hear them all, so I'll try to reply to every comment that's left. Thanks again. Have a good one, everybody.